So we're listening to some Brian Simpson Saturday Cool. We're here on Indy Talk of the Town. This is Christopher O'Manion. Got our special in-house guest, Harold Bell, HB, CEO of Radio Next. How you feeling, man?
I feel jumbo lovish, man.
Okay.
On a Monday evening.
On a Monday. Well, you know what? You were dropping a lot of great knowledge of, kind of like what your expectation is, for the show. And, I want to put kind of like a challenge out, for any organization to be great, I mean, phenomenal, top notch. I guess people just have to understand, where we're going. And, I think you've already laid out a good foundation for it. I think, we need to get a meeting of the minds or something, together to say, hey, everybody, you're doing your thing, but here's some vision where we want to take this. It reminds me a little bit of Empire. You watch Empire?
I watch it.
Man, that I don't know if it was the beat down that the boy got for sleeping with Terrence Howard's wife, or cookie snatching the girl up on the table. But in business, success breeds success, and success to me is going from point A and B, and being successful is going from A and B over and over and over again. And I think if you're laying out what the vision is and you want for everybody to be successful, I think some things have to be done where we can start bringing sponsors in.
Exactly, and we are fortunate. I mean, to be a small organization where the medium is new. Christopher, the biggest deal about this medium that we're in right now is that the surge of people understanding what this is and how it mixes and partners with the advertising tools that they're already using, the marketing tools that they're using, is really about a year and about 3 months away.
Okay.
From what the statistics and from what the research is giving us. We have been fortunate to acquire some quality sponsors, and not only acquire them, but keep them on board.
Right.
To maintain the lights being turned on, knock on wood some days,
Yeah.
people being rewarded for the efforts of going out to generate sponsors, because we have a very aggressive marketing plan for the people who go out and want to do this for a living. And also the core group of people who are making this happen, because when you have 50 to 60 people coming in and out of your door each week,
Yeah.
you're lucky if you get 10% of them doing something, all in one direction.
Right.
And I think that we've pretty much tripled that.
Yeah.
We got some that come in, and God bless them, and you know who you are if you're not doing anything, you're listening to this.
Right.
But we have several people who are contributing on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, that is helping to enhance the vision and the brand of what we're doing at Radio Next. So, being ahead of the curve, and I like to use the water hose analogy. You want to be on the front of it, because when the surge comes, you're going to get spit out a long way out when that big surge hits out that hose. So we're set up to do some great things while we struggle like a lot of small businesses do, and wanting to be aggressive in the marketing and wanting to hire people that you need full time. Like, for instance, some like website that you built us. Somebody needs to be doing that daily.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Daily.
And that gets to the point of if somebody becomes a sponsor. Let's say we get somebody wants to advertise on Radio Next, or they want to be a sponsor on Radio Next. What's that process? I mean, how does that work?
The process is simply the attraction of RadioNext.tv. I believe is we have 23 to 24 live shows that all have a different niche market.
Okay, did you guys hear what he just said? We've got 23 to 24.
That have, and they have a distinct brand. And I say 23 or 24 because on any given week somebody's up out of here or somebody might be.
But that in itself says that you've grown quite a bit, because some people think it's just jumble love down here.
Right.
But it's a lot more.
It's a lot more, and what's beautiful is it's so diverse. For instance, and I'll go into a few of the shows, and I hope the people who I don't mention for the sake of time aren't upset. But
Disclaimer.
Topic specific shows. Lee Martin does a show, for instance, Tuesday nights. Blind man, 49 years old, went blind, and now at 62 years old is navigating through life on just a plane where you don't even feel sorry for him because he lost his sight, basically. But you know, they have a show, See What I'm Saying, and it's dealing with nothing but the blind and visibly impaired community.
Okay.
Different things that are in their life, the entertainment, some of the triumphs, some of the tribulations, all those things that affect people who have lost their sight or losing their sight, you can get. We also have shows like Our Brothers and Our Sisters Place to deal with reentry population. And that reentry population needs a place to go. They need a place to work. They need a way to find out how to be empowered once they are released. And we have a show that 2 hours every week, 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock in the morning, you know, the early afternoon. You're hearing nothing but those programmings that can help people getting out. Everybody's affected by that.
Okay.
We have shows that deal with nothing but old school gospel. So they're all topic specific and they draw a different audience. So that allows our listener base to be broad and diverse. So that keeps us alive, that keeps us fresh, and people are attracted to that. And integrating the social media with that, it just enhances
it. Enhances a lot. So really, if I'm a business, let's just say I'm Joe Company down the street, flower shop or a restaurant or whatever, and I know that this radio platform is here, if I decide to advertise or become a sponsor or to get a commercial done or anything like that, you're telling me that now we're going to be able to reach a target or select market for my business?
I'll be more specific. I will tell you that for less than what you would pay for about a 2 to 3 inch column ad in a local newspaper, we can make your business be seen, be heard, be relevant across several different platforms. We can have your message change to your liking. If you're halfway in the middle of a campaign and you want to start advertising and talking about something different within your organization or within your store or your brand, we can change it. It's very flexible. It's going to be seen every day through the social media, heard every day through the internet, radio, commercial. So now what we've taken is pretty much a newspaper ad at price and turned it into a 6 to 7 different medium type of advertisement.
So this print ad is going by almost by the wayside because now there's touch ad and there's touch marketing.
There's visual
ads and there's apps where people can listen and obtain things. You know, you're onto something here because I saw a vision like this, you know, with websites and then with apps, and I'm a certified Apple developer. So what happened is like no one is building business apps. They're just building these gadget apps and all this other crap. So the ability to have an app where people can touch your business 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, order from you, contact you, get a real estate listing from you, whatever it might be, you know, book something with you.
Get actual factual information from you.
So really now you're changing the advertising world. It's upside down now. So
crazy.
Yeah, it's something just clicked with me right now because now for that cost of what they would normally spend, you're doing it for a fraction of that, but the value, if they get one customer, it pays for itself.
Let's say this.
Yeah.
You can go to McDonald's and get you your premium burger at McDonald's with the meal and the fries for about $7.99.
Yeah.
Or you can go to Golden Corral and pay about $9 and eat anything you want until you're full.
Right.
That's you know, if we could use a food analogy.
Okay. No more McDonald's for me, buddy. Yeah. No. Well, I mean, I'm all with that. So folks, if you're listening out there, just understand something. There are creative minds behind the scenes that are really trying to say, hey, wait a minute, this is all changing. Everybody has a smart device in their hand. Everybody has a smartphone or something that they can communicate with. Now they can listen. They can have their business marketed. And we can help them obtain that just by coming through Radio Next using the platforms that we have. Now, I'm envisioning that maybe this organization grow even more other genres, other areas under your tutelage. Is that something that
is you know, I'm a teacher by nature.
Habla español también.
I am.
You know, Yaxima Dopsy.
I am a teacher by nature. And it's funny. It's funny that you meant that, Adolf Obanya.
That's Arabic, man. Salam, shalom.
Adolf Obanya, shalom. But anyway, it's funny you mentioned empire, and as entertaining as it is, the purity of where my heart lies would never, ever allow what I'm breeding to be that ruthless or that scandalous.
Okay.
I mean, just from where I reside.
Right.
Because this to me is more empowerment of people, education to people. I feel like this. We complain a lot about our society. And the main causes of our society being broken is either fear and lack of education. And both of them are tied together. Because you're afraid when you don't know. And when you have a lack of education, most of the times you respond in an angry way.
Right.
If you're offended by, having to reason and you don't have any database to make reason for.
Okay.
So when this platform came along, I said, as long as I keep this pure about why I started it and keep it in that vein, and that doesn't mean not be successful. That doesn't mean not go generate revenue. That doesn't mean not be serious about the game I'm in.
Right.
It just means keep the core principle of what this was built upon sacred. And that sacred part is let's empower one another.
Okay.
Let's share with one another. Like what we did in our business arrangement.
Yeah.
We didn't ask for anything from each other, just it came.
Okay. Well, and I like that because it's relationship building, and that's one thing that's missing today in this world is that people don't know who they're doing business with, and what we need to do is understand who you are dealing with and why they are doing what they're doing, because if you get to know what they're doing and you can accept that, then they can readily accept who you are and what you do. So that's something, and I look at it like this now, and I'm not saying this in a big way, but, when I moved here from Chicago, I had 900 clients in Chicago, and I was driving back and forth, man. And it was killing me. My wife said, you ain't making no more trips. My car burned up on I-65 just outside Lafayette. And because I put 117,000 miles on my car in 2 years. So, I understand that's not good. But when I came down and she said, you need to build relationships with the people here in Indianapolis. And I went, to these networking meetings and I started meeting people and they liked me. And it was one relationship at a time, but now we got almost 450 clients in almost 6 years.
Yeah.
So that tells me that if you do things one at a time, wouldn't it be great to get 100 new clients a year?
Oh, we're gonna do it.
And then 200, then 300, and then they repeat as clients. So I'm just thinking that we could take some of these philosophies with your vision, and man, build something phenomenal that can't be stopped. And so I mean that's one thing that I would like to see happen. Now here's another thing, HB. You are kind of a quirky guy. And,
what's that mean?
Yeah, well,
quirky.
Quirky, yeah.
I've never heard me be quirky before.
And the reason why I said you're kind of a quirky guy, one thing that a lot of people don't know is that HB has a lot of fun. And you've never seen him take a picture of him not smiling. Maybe it's that set of dentures he has. His mouth might be smiling.
Man, I paid for them. Hell, they gonna be seen, baby.
But, tell me why having fun or laughter or enthusiasm is important in your business model.
Man, I'm just gonna, now that's when I think I get personal.
Don't. I'm across the room. Don't be getting all mushy.
No.
Give him some tissue.
Happy guy.
Yeah.
Born a happy guy. Born Jumbo. I didn't know I was Harold Bell till kindergarten. So everybody called me Jumbo. Jumbo was just big fun, big laughter. Life is too deep to always get caught up in everything that goes down. So, my refuge is peace and happiness and love and joy. So I feel an obligation being that way. Here's the blessing and the curse.
Okay.
I have drama like everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
God gave me a gift to bring this radiant sunshine to people. So do I get caught up in my drama and not do God's work, or let God handle my drama while I go do the work? That's simple as that.
Yeah.
So every day my quest, my mission is to let the people see the God in me. That's through the smile, that's through the confidence, that's through breeding love for each other, trying to bring some semblance of order when people have none. So.
And that's the quirkiness that people don't understand, is just that you can be fun, but you're serious.
Oh man, 100%.
And that's a good trademark, because some people are too serious, And some people are too, well, they just ain't there.
Let me say this. My favorite basketball player, no doubt, if they start picking, man, was Magic Johnson.
Okay.
Because I watch Magic Johnson every day go out and do his craft with as much relentlessness and much seriousness and more passion, and was a shark
Right.
about how to get the job done.
Yeah.
But the cat played with a passion and showed the crowd, I'm playing with a passion. So every time people see me in a photo, every time they hear Jumbo Love, I've had people tell me they hear my excitement.
There you go.
Coming through the speakers.
Right.
I'm doing my job. If you see this passion I have for this relentless nature of what I'm trying to accomplish, man, that's it. That's living your design, man.
And that makes it so simple. So, folks, if you're listening out there, just think about you and what you're doing in your business. And if you don't have a business, why don't you? And I'm going to share something. If people want a pay raise out there, and I'm going to say this the right way, start your own business. Well, I can't quit my job. I know, because your job's not going to pay you enough to quit. So what you need to do is maybe start a business while you're still working your job.
Or get away from the people
Hey,
that you know.
hey, I'm not doing my soliloquy here.
Look, that's my, every time I get asked to speak on one of these panels, that's my man. HB, what would you tell somebody to start their own business?
Well, I'm like this. If you start your business and you still work a job, because I was in the military, and if all of you didn't understand, in the military, it's overworked, underpaid. I was an air traffic controller for 10 years. Didn't make much money, but during my 12 hours off, I would go work something to have some money in my pocket. And then what happened is that when I was able to start my own business after I got out of the military, what happened is that whatever money I did with that my business, I kept working with that. And then when I started making more money part-time in my business than I was full-time in my job, then I just said, you know what, I could do this because my confidence was there. Now imagine getting your master's degree, and then they come, not HR, but the supervisor comes up and say, hey, we found your resume on Monster. I'm like, yeah, it's been on Monster. I updated it with my master's. And then they let me go 2 weeks later. I just laughed. I laughed. And, I hated I was working for DeVry University. I opened up the Maryville campus for DeVry. I was looking to hopefully be the director of admissions, but guess what? It didn't happen. So they let me go. So I got into, my website development and merchant services and other technologies, and I haven't looked back. So for all those people who are afraid, it's okay, because if you work hard, money will always be there for you. And all I knew is that I could outwork anybody. And if you just have that mindset, get up early at 5 o'clock, oh, that's too early, I'm just getting in at 4. Well, don't go out. Stay in, go to bed by midnight, wake up at 5 o'clock, and then start your day and do what you got to do, but then fall asleep at midnight. But if you put in an honest day's work, you can make whatever income you want to make. And people say, well, it's too hard. No, you're afraid of success. So I'm just going to tell you that if an old broken down guy here who could barely move this past week can get in here and do a show.
Did you hear what you just said?
Yeah, old broken down.
No, you said afraid.
Yeah. Oh.
I told you.
Fear.
Anger.
Yeah.
It makes you make stupid decisions.
Exactly.
But I'm serious. So, if you're afraid, you won't pursue. If you're angry, you're going to say the wrong thing in response to it. And it goes back to what we're talking about.
There's a fear of success. And I will tell people, some people are afraid to work hard. I'm not saying work, I just said hard. And hard work, why not hard work? That's what it's all about. Well, we've been rambling on here for a little bit. We're going to take a little break here. Let's go ahead and listen to a little Ramsey Lewis, A Hard Day's Night. We'll be back here on Indy Talk of the Town. This is Christopher O'Bannon with special in-house guest, CEO Harold Bell.
I like the sound of that stuff. There you go. Come on, man. Let's do a selfie on this if you talking in post. Oh, that's how we do it.
Look at Brooke. She said, go ahead, Chris. You do outwork. Don't be afraid of success. Good message.
Yeah. Yeah. Doris Potter and them's on my post. Come on, man. Oh, let's get that little. So
now
when you
come
show
on.
them, we live. What you doing, young boy?
Adam, you still here? Adam. AT.
He acting ugly.
Oh, you said did he?
Add up.
Mr. Tuggle.
Hey, Toggleville. Oh, he on the phone.